I'm Jose Flores. I'm 33 at the moment. And my childhood, I was raised, I can say, typical Mexican house, I would say. Mom was there, dad is there. But I feel like my parents were busy most of the time. They had their own business, so I felt like I had a lot of free time for myself. I was always taken care of by like a nanny or my aunt or something. So growing up, I always felt like I had that freedom. And I guess per se now I see that like my parents weren't really so involved in my life. They were pretty much busy. They were busy doing their thing, and it was cool because we got to go on vacation and stuff like that. But I felt like I had that freedom to really just do what I wanted at the same time. So it also led me to the streets where I kind of was like attracted to it, and I started smoking weed at 13 just by my choice. I said, you know what, I want to try this. I found someone and I was like, hey, I want to try this. So I started smoking weed, and my household wasn't like my dad was a drunk. He would drink every day, alcohol, alcohol. So I remember growing up, and it has affected me now. Like I feel like like me seeing that, saying like, oh, I want to drink like that. I want to drink when I'm older. Like I want to have a beer at my house. Like I want to do that. Like that's how I grew up, kind of seeing it. And like I guess that kind of did influence me a lot in a way where it made me think like alcohol was okay. And I'm not condoning it, but like it's really something that also influenced my life to the day now, where it made me an alcoholic as well. So it really influenced me a lot to be kind of like my dad, I guess, per se. And um and I see that now. I didn't see that throughout all my errors, my mistakes, through my rock bottoms. Like I never really realized that until now, through my therapist, through my all my therapy sessions, like, and through Solace, through everyone that's been helping me. Like I starting to see that now. And like I went through weed, I went through crack, I went through crystal meth, ecstasy. So throughout growing up, like I wanted to venture out. I wanted to try it all. So I got addicted to crystal meth one like for a full month, to crack for like a month, 2 months. I was just doing it straight, and that's when I was like, that's already at 18. I'm fast forwarding so much that I at 15 I went to they sent me to a behavioral correctional facility where I'm 33 now. So back in the day, it was this program where, oh, you send your kid there either court date or either through the court or through the police system or through your parents, and your parents send you away to this program where um, you have to pretty much kill yourself, like in like, not like physically but like mentally, and then restart yourself to say like, oh, what you were doing wasn't right and what you need to do now. So at 15 I was already trying to find my own identity. I'm diagnosed bipolar now, and this is just recent. And having that having that told said to me kind of shed a lot of light in my past, like a lot. And now I'm in proper treatment. I have proper medication, and I feel like my medication definitely, like Solace, my psychiatric doctor, like all facilitators definitely came to the level of care that I needed, that I knew that I was struggling with. And they seen that I was struggling something, and they pinpointed it. And now I'm taking, like I said, medication. And throughout that time I started to realize like, wow, I was an angry child because I had a mental condition. I didn't know, I didn't know I had a certain style of, I had to be communicated a certain way, or be heard in a certain manner and I didn't have that. I didn't growing up in a Mexican home, like, you don't have that. You just, whatever, suck it up, crybaby or whatever, like. But like, I feel like that also isn't right, because that also messed with my mental health. So now I see that now, growing up, I was an angry child, and I had no control. I would throw stuff. I would punch the walls. Like, I would flip tables. Like, I would just be angry child, but I didn't know my mental health was suffering, So now I see that. I see like a lot of instances in my past where my mental health was the issue, where my condition was like prevalent. It was showing, but the attention and that care wasn't there. It wasn't like, oh, something's wrong with him, or no, it was just like, he's just crazy. Like, screw it, leave him. And it just continues to build from that. Like, oh, I'm crazy. Screw it, I'm crazy. Like, yeah, but it's not true. Nobody's crazy, man. Well, currently, right now, I'm in a situation where um, I am separated from my wife. It sucks because I love her. I do love her, and it's hard to talk about it because I lied to her. I lied to my wife about smoking weed. I can say that I still struggle with smoking weed, but just because um, I'm starting to love myself. I'm starting to understand my flaws and say, you know what, Jose, you're not wrong. Like, now you can deal with it. You can talk about it instead of pushing my weed problem down, or pushing it away. Like, oh, it's not a problem. It's not an issue. Like, no, like it's an issue. Like, it's always there. Like, I lied to my wife for smoking weed. I've smoked weed for 10 years, over 10 years already. And I've been with my wife for 10 years and been married for 4. Possibly going to go through a divorce um, because of my alcoholism got really bad. I could not control my alcoholism anymore. I was a closet drinker. I drank in the morning, in the crack of dawn. Right when the liquor store opened, I would get myself shots. I'd be ready for shots. Boom, take my shots with my juice on the side. Take my shots, juice on my way to work. Boom, already faded, drunk. And I'll smoke my weed on the way. And then halfway there, lunchtime, go get myself more drinks. And then get drunk again and stay drunk. Stay drunk till after work. And then after work, still go get some more. And then that would be my routine day after day after day. And I couldn't break that cycle. I would tell myself, I remember telling myself, like, okay, like, I just want to do it on the weekend. I just want to do it on Fridays. I just want to do it on Fridays. And here comes me, go walking in the liquor store, like not like a robot. Like, I'm a freaking robot. Like, oh, here, like, wow, I just got this again. Like, okay, so now I'm drinking. So it was that cycle for a while, and until my relationship started to get stagnant with my wife. And I my wife my wife is one of those girls that she doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. She's never really been to parties like that, doesn't go out, and disrespect people, or disrespect her parents. Like, she honors her parents, she loves her parents. They have a great relationship together, and like, that's something like I was attracted to. So I wanted that for my family and my future. So I made my best effort to be there for her, and love her for who she is, and just push all my issues down, push them all away, so that way I can be this perfect guy for her. And I was for a very long time, for 10 years, 10 years of that, and until now, in my adulthood, where I pushed all my issues down as a teen growing up. And even like, I found God. I found God at 21, and it says, kill yourself, or deny yourself. And I did. I denied myself. I pushed that guy away. but I never really dealt with my issues. And there was a moment where I was sober. I was sober for a while, and I was like, well, I want to smoke. So and or I want to drink, and I just went to drink, and then all of it started flooding back, like everything, all my issues. I felt like I just started to cry right then and there. Like it was like this overwhelming sensation that I'm like I have issues. Like I have issues, and I never dealt with them, and I just let them creep up on me, and they creeped up on me in my family that I have now. I just have a 1-year-old daughter, and it sucks because I didn't want to be this person. I didn't want to lose my family. I wanted my family. But alcohol ruined me because like I said, I try to keep it on the low, try to keep it hidden, but it was really evident when you'd come home smelling like a freaking bar, and my wife would tell me, like, you smell like alcohol, and I would deny it. No, I don't. No, I don't. So it got to a point where it was very prevalent, and I got kicked out of the house. The police got involved. Nothing happened, thank God. I wouldn't commit any crimes, but police got involved. It's just dumb, really dumb situation because of alcohol. And alcohol distorted my judgment. It distorted everything, killed everything. It ruined everything I have. Like alcohol ruined everything I have. And I can now say that I'm sober. I've been sober since October of last year. It's been almost a year. But besides that, like, I've still lied to my wife, and I hid my weed, I hid that. And that consequence of me separating from my wife, they told her that I smoke weed, and that was more of a big issue because I hid that from her, and I hid my own issues from her, and I hid my own issues from myself. And when you think of a partner, you think of someone being there for you, you think, oh, like, they'll be there for you, like, you're going through something, let me be there for you, like, I want to be there for you. And that's what I felt that my partner was going to do. But throughout the hurt, throughout the lies, and everything that I've caused, like, I've ruined my marriage. I ruined her trust, and it's still a struggle because I'm struggling with that. Like, I know now my issues. I know now what I have to deal with, and now I am talking about it. Now I want to talk about it. Now I need to talk about it, because if I don't, I'm just gonna be lost again. I feel like I won't know myself enough, and I look at myself in the mirror and then just go out about my day, instead of looking at myself in the mirror and say, like, Jose, like, you're good, dude. You look good. You're doing great, bro. Like, keep it up, and that's where I want to be at. And I feel like Solace definitely took me there, man. Like, the facilitators, that level of care, man, not even my family can do, man. Like, honestly, like that level of care and the level of, like, understandment, like what you guys do and understand, I feel like I'm heard. So I feel now like I have progress. Like, I am working towards myself. I am working towards my issues and not pushing them down. Like, I'm accepting my flaws and my issues, and that's progress. And that, to me, I feel like something that is necessary so that we can grow and say, you know what, I talked about my issue and I'm ready to work on it. Like, I'm not afraid. And I was filled with shame, and I was scared of what people are thinking. Like, oh my God, he smokes crack. Oh my God, he smoked crystal meth. Like, oh, but no judgment here. In Solace, like, there's no judgment. And like I said, that level of care is something like an addict needs. It's something an addict needs, like me, and I know I can speak for addicts, honestly. Like, I know it's something we need. We need that level of care, that certain attention where it ignites that fire in you, where it says someone's listening to you, someone's there and says, you know what, I feel you, like, let's work on it together. And that's where I feel like where I'm at right now. And it feels good. I feel good. I feel confident. I feel stronger than I've ever had mentally. I'm in proper treatment, and I feel good. I feel like there's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel, and I feel really good about that. So now I've been sober. I've been doing my best to stay clean, and it's like I'm there. I feel good. When I feel depressive moments, because I feel them. Trust me, I do. Um, I just think of where I'm at. I think of where I'm at right now, and it's like I'm in solace. I'm in treatment. I if I was not in treatment and I would have depressive moments, I would just be depressed. I'd be straight depressed, and everyone would see it. Everyone would know. Everyone would like everyone would. It'd be so evident. But now I feel like I'm not alone. Like I am not alone. So I'm not afraid to move on. Like I feel depressed, but I think about my worksheets, all my therapy sessions. I think of all the things all the tools that I have that I honestly never had in my life. I never thought of grounding myself, or just awesome techniques that make me like just kind of center myself. And that's what I'm doing now, just in my mind, mentally, I know that I'm not alone. And that to me is something so big. It's so big because you're alone out there in the world. You're alone. You don't have anyone. You might have your mom, family, or cousins, aunts, or whatever, but in reality, and later on in the future, you're on your own. Your mom and dad stay alive for so long. Everyone stays alive for so long, but you got to make your own. And I feel like I've always wanted that for myself. Like I've always wanted my own family. I'm sure everyone has that same goal. Everyone wants their own. And I believe it's achievable. Through positiveness and like just the right people around you. The right environment. And to me, that's where I'm at right now. I'm with the right environment. I'm with the right people. They're cheering me on, and I feel it. I feel the natural and genuine love. So I feel it. I think the best thing I can say for you guys is just to speak up, man. You know how you go out throughout the day not afraid of smoking, your crack or anything, crystal meth, whatever it is, drinking, how you're confident in that, like speak about it, let someone hear you out, and trust me, like let yourself be heard. Like it's tough, being vulnerable and opening up, but addiction is real, and drugs aren't cool, man. Like they're not, and even to smoking weed too, like that too is not like the best, even though it's legal here, yes, but no, like it ruins people, it ruins families. Just be careful and open up about it. I say to any addict out there, open up, speak out about it. Don't be ashamed, don't be afraid, because there's people that care, man. There's a lot of people that care, and maybe the people around you judge you or tell you that you're not good enough or you're gonna always be an addict. It's not true, man. It's not true. You're never gonna stay like that. You don't have to stay like that. You don't have to stay in the dumps. You don't have to stay in your rock bottom. You don't have to. No one has to. If I've seen it, you can get out of it. I know you can. I've been there, and I see it all around me all the time. So there is hope. If you really want to get out of it, you can get out of it.